I never imagined that my career as a sheriff in New Mexico would lead me to confront legends and myths. But that's exactly where I found myself one chilling autumn evening. The town of Pecos had always been a peaceful place, nestled in the heart of the high desert. But lately, a series of gruesome murders had shaken the community to its core. Women and evil men, as the locals put it, were being found dead in the most baffling circumstances, and fear had gripped the town. The first time I heard about the Deer Lady was in hushed whispers around a campfire during a gathering of the local Apache tribe. They spoke of a vengeful spirit that roamed the wilderness, taking the form of a beautiful woman with the lower body of a deer. She was said to hunt those who had committed terrible acts and were beyond redemption. Some believed she was a guardian, while others considered her a harbinger of doom. As the reports of murders grew, I decided to investigate these unsettling claims. My nights became a blend of tracking footprints in the moonlit desert and interviewing witnesses who spoke of a graceful figure with antlers, eyes that shone like stars, and a mournful, haunting cry that echoed through the night. One evening, I received a frantic call from a local rancher, Old Tom, who claimed to have encountered the Deer Lady. I raced to his remote cabin, my deputy close behind. The full moon bathed the landscape in an eerie, silvery glow. Tom's face was ashen as he recounted the encounter. "She came out of nowhere, Sheriff," he stammered. "I was sitting on the porch, and then she just appeared, all deer-like and beautiful. But I saw the rage in her eyes. She knew what I've done." "What have you done, Tom?" I asked. His eyes fell to the ground and he whispered, "I killed my own brother over land. It was a wicked thing." As he spoke, we heard it, the haunting melancholic cry of the Deer Lady. We rushed outside, guns drawn, and there she was, standing beneath the ancient cottonwood tree, her deer-like eyes locked onto Old Tom. "Put your gun down, Sheriff," Tom said, his voice trembling. "She's here for me." I hesitated for a moment, but complied. The Deer Lady slowly approached Tom, her hoofed feet making no sound on the dry earth. She bent down and touched her forehead to his, a silent understanding passing between them. Then, with one graceful motion, she raised her head and let out a heart-wrenching cry. Tom's body seemed to wither away, his life force draining into her. When it was over, she stepped back, leaving behind only the husk of a man who had done wrong. As I watched this eerie encounter, I couldn't deny the supernatural nature of the Deer Lady, nor could I deny that she seemed to serve as a force of judgment. But there was one more task she had left to fulfill. Weeks later, as I continued my investigation, I received word that a notorious skinwalker had been spotted in the area. The locals were terrified, and I knew it was my duty to put an end to this malevolent being. Armed with knowledge from the Apache elders, I ventured into the wilderness, hoping to confront the evil that plagued my town. It was a moonless night, and I moved through the shadows, guided only by the faintest whispers of the wind. Suddenly, a shape-shifting figure emerged from the darkness, snarling and hissing with a sinister, inhuman glee. The skinwalker was upon me. Just when all hope seemed lost, a majestic figure appeared from the shadows. It was the Deer Lady, her antlers gleaming in the starlight. With a powerful grace, she leaped onto the skinwalker, their struggle a blur of fur, feathers, and supernatural fury. The battle was fierce and otherworldly, but the Deer Lady's righteous power prevailed. She tore the malevolent spirit apart, and it dissolved into a cloud of darkness, vanishing into the night. Breathing heavily, I watched as the Deer Lady turned to me, her deer-like eyes filled with an otherworldly wisdom. Then, with a final mournful cry, she disappeared into the wilderness, leaving me with a sense of awe and wonder at the ancient spirits that still watched over the land. As I returned to Pecos, I knew the legend of the Deer Lady would live on, a guardian of the desert and a force of justice for those who had strayed from the path of righteousness. The murders in our town ceased, and a profound sense of peace settled over the land, a testament to the enduring power of native legends and the enigmatic Deer Lady who enforced them.